Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another Pokemon FireRed solo challenge run. Last time we did a solo run with Magikarp, and I've done a bunch of solo runs on my own, but I honestly had quite a bit of fun doing the Magikarp run. It was a very hard run, it was a very long struggle, and today I've decided to do that run with another Pokemon that is arguably just as bad as Magikarp. So up on the screen right now should be a base stat chart of Magikarp, who has a base stat of 200. Now, I took a very regular Magikarp. I didn't care about the nature, I didn't care about the IVs, I did 0 EV training. We just grinded this thing all the way to the end, and I think that's what made my run a lot harder. We also stacked the deck against us, which I like to do in these runs to make them more challenging. I've played many Pokemon games through the years, and that is why I'm doing these runs. I want them to be difficult. Next, we should have a chart of Smeargle, the Pokemon that we are going to run through the game with that has a base stat of 250. Now, we are going to talk about EV training, i.e. effort values. We are going to be doing some EV training on Smeargle, and hopefully make this run a lot easier, though it's still going to be rather difficult. So the first thing that we need to do, of course, is we need to get our Pokemon, and I'm actually going to roll some of these strats. Some of the stats that we can get from this Pokemon are based on nature. I did not care about nature with my Magikarp, and had I had maybe an adamant nature, it would have been a little bit easier of a run, though pretty hard. So I think that we can actually do this. I'm not 100% sure because it says that the battery is missing. So we're going to have to try this. Come on, let's get through the text. Alright. So once again, I have left Bulbasaur in its normal place. I have left Charmander in its normal place, and I have swapped the Squirtle for Smeargle. Now here is an interesting little thing to note about Smeargle. On the left, you should see a Generation 2 Smeargle. Its original color and its shiny form was actually the green color that you see here in Generation 3. On the right-hand side, this is Generation 3 and up. The Smeargle is pink when it's shiny. Fun little fact. But we are going to take the normal type Smeargle, which means Pain is going to take the Venusaur, which is going to give him a Gyarados and an Arcanine at the end of this game, stacking this a little bit in his favor. I forgot to mention that we are going to be trying to do this itemless. Held items are okay. We're going to be playing with some Nuzlocke rules, with the exception that if Smeargle dies, we don't have to worry about doing anything else. Has a timid nature. That's terrible. Has own tempo for the ability, which I think is the only ability we can get in Generation 3. Looking at its stats right now, its speed is pretty good and its special defense is okay. Everything else is pretty abysmal. That's very typical of a Smeargle challenge. Now, Generation 3 is kind of special for Smeargles. Not only did it change their sprite, but Own Tempo was about the only ability that you can get. There is a hidden ability called Moody, which Moody will raise one stat at random by +2 and drop one stat by -1, and it does that randomly every turn. After Generation 3, Smeargle actually gets the ability Technician, and if my editor did his job, then you will see the definition of Technician, which basically, any moves that have a base power of 60 or less are going to be doubled, which makes this a really good thing. Now, unfortunately, I am going to want to reset this because I want a better nature. I really don't care about IVs or any of that, but I want an adamant nature Smeargle to make this challenge the best that it can be. So we reset a few times, about 6, and we got an adamant Smeargle, right? What adamant does is it gives a boost to attack and a drop to special attack, which is fine, because we're going to be playing around with mostly physical attacking moves. Now, I have watched the different numbers on special defense and speed change, where I've seen 15 on speed and I've seen 12 on special defense, so we could keep rolling this thing to get something that has better IVs, which are these numbers on the right-hand side here, but it is what it is. We have an adamant nature, we have own tempo, we have our Smeargle. I did mean to nickname this thing Picasso, so we're gonna call him Picasso even though he's not been named. The next challenge that we have is Smeargle is actually a Gen 2 Pokemon with a gimmick. By a gimmick, I mean it has a certain thing that is very specific to Smeargle, and that is it only learns the moves Sketch. You've probably seen this pop up on screen, and Sketch is a move that Smeargle can learn at level 1 and every 10 levels after that. So at level 11, 21, 31, 41, you get the point. Sketch itself is actually a move that copies the move last used by the foe, and then Sketch disappears, and you learn that move permanently. So, with that, we have level 1, level 10, 21, 31, 41, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90. That is 10 sketches that we can learn throughout the game, giving us 10 potential moves that we can learn. It's a really neat little gimmick, I think, but hopefully we may have a Earthquake on this thing at one point, and you will see that even a move like Earthquake with a power of 100 still does abysmal damage to higher level Pokemon. Smeargle is a very rough Pokemon to go through the game with. I've seen a person do a 6 Smeargle challenge in FireRed. We are doing a single Smeargle challenge in FireRed. The next challenge that we face is if we do not sketch Tackle or Scratch, I can't remember which one Bulbasaur has, we are going to end up sketching Growl. And because Smeargle goes first, I'm actually not going to be able to sketch a move off of Gary this time around, which means I'm going to use Struggle. So I'm most likely going to lose this match to Gary, which is fine. And Pain, I keep calling him Gary because that's the default name. Eventually we will sketch some moves off of Pain and use them for a while throughout the game. So, let's get into our first battle here. I'm going to speed this up. I warned about this in the last video. We are going to use the speed up throughout this. Otherwise, these runs do get very long. And the last one was 2 hours and 45 minutes with speed up. So, here we go through the tutorial section of the game. It's no big deal. Smeargle is going to use Sketch, but it failed. I have no moves left. I am going to struggle. And unless I get some lucky critical hits, which it doesn't look like I'm going to get... Oh, I might actually beat him. Holy crap. I can't believe I actually won. I was going to say, I should have lost that battle. Okay. So... that becomes a potential problem for Smeargle for a while, right? We are under-leveled. I'm sorry. We are over-leveled for most of the wild encounters, so getting ourselves a move on the Smeargle is going to be rather difficult. So, we need to make the journey to Viridian, get the parcel, bring it back to Oak, grab the town map from Daisy, and then head off on a whirlwind adventure with just us and a little puppy that likes to paint pictures. Hopefully he'll paint us something nice. Now once again, we're fighting the first Pokemon encounter I run into, and I just wanted to gain some experience to get to level 6 and show you guys the stat gains that we are going to get. Watch this. So buff. Plus 2 to max HP, plus 0, plus 0, plus 0, plus 2, plus 2. Now, I don't want to battle too many Rattatatas and Pidgeys on Route 1 because they do actually add to the EV portion of the training. I did click off for just a second because I need to bring this up. But effort values are something that Pokemon can be taught and buff their different stats. We can buff attack, we can buff defense, we can buff special attack, special defense, and speed. The two that I'm interested in are speed and attack, and there are 252 available effort values. We got one right here on speed from beating this Rattata. So there are certain Pokemon that we can battle. For HP, we can battle Caterpies, which will give us a lot of HP effort values every time we beat one. They can be found, of course, in Viridian Forest. They're really easy to get to. Attack happens to be Mount Moon. That is a Paris. It will give us 1 EV to attack every time we beat one. Defense is going to be Kakuna and Metapods in the forest. And that is why my Magikarp had such a high defense. If you remember its defensive stat, it was almost 200, and it had a lot of HP as well. Speed is from Pidgey and Rattatatas, which give 1 effort value to speed. Special attack is Ghastly. If we run into a Haunter, we can actually get 2 EVs. And then, of course, special defense is Tentacool. Yep, that's pretty good. Now, we can get a Macho Brace, and Macho Brace will actually double your effort values learned. The problem is the Macho Brace is not found until we beat Giovanni in the Viridian Gym, getting our 8th badge. I don't think we want to wait until we get to the 8th badge. So I'm going to try to avoid fighting a lot of these different Pokemon so that we're not shifting our effort values around. I want to get as many effort values as I can into attack, and as many as I can into speed. And I'd like to get some full-on EV training. Since I have to grind anyway, it's going to be a great way to do things. Hit the record button just a little too slow there, but basically how I had to get my first sketched move, because I'm faster than every other Pokemon, is I had to come over here and actually battle Gary. Gary has a level 9 Pidgey and a level 11 starter. Because the Pidgey is going to outspeed me, I had to throw a Hail Mary and try to get a move, and luckily for me, it used Tackle. Now I am going to lose this fight. It knows Sand Attack, it's a lot stronger than me, but I actually have an attacking move that I do get a stab bonus from. So that's pretty nice. Unfortunately for us, we're just gonna go ahead and do that. Tackle is not a very great move. It's a base power 35 with an accuracy of 95, making it a really bad move to start out with. I think Scratch actually is much, much better, but my options are very limited. I could have gone into Viridian Forest. There are some trainers in there. Poison Sting was another option, but that's not going to get me anywhere because it's worse as far as power and stuff like that. It does have the chance to poison, but again, it's not something that we can really rely on. The other move is Tackle from Caterpie or Harden from Metapods. We definitely don't want that. I do not want to struggle strat through this game, though we are probably going to have to struggle strat Bruno for the first move, because there's not too many options for me to sketch a move that is going to be super effective against Bruno. Or Brock, sorry. Goodness. Had I changed my starter to something like Charmander and let my rival get his hands on Squirtle, we may have actually had the opportunity to get it. Squirtle would know Tackle, Tail Whip, and Bubble in the second optional route. So, I could have gotten Bubble, but I think choosing Squirtle was the better route, and I want to train Smeargle up to level 11 before we go and fight that Bulbasaur for a potential to sketch Leech Seed. We have to be very tactful on how we're going to do this. So, since I want to gain some EVs in speed, I'm going to spend a good little while down here in Route 1 fighting myself a bunch of Rattatatas and Pidgeys, because they both give me 1 effort value to speed. A little bit of training later, and we now have a level 11 Smeargle. So he has learned, or she has learned, her second sketch. As you can see, our speed is pretty good, but everything else is pretty rough. When we got this thing, it had 7 attack. We have gained 6 levels, and we have 11 attack. That is only plus 4. So, a couple of reasons I wanted to gain level 11. I wanted to get my next sketch. Because my goal here is to get Leech Seed. Leech Seed is going to be something that is going to help me out through the rest of this run. Sapping Pokemon for their health is a good idea. Other options, and we have to evolve this strategy as we play through, is going to be sketching moves like Toxic if we can. That's a really good move. Moves like Recover wouldn't be a bad one to have on the Smeargle. So, here goes our rival battle. Second rival battle to try to sketch Leech Seed. And again, his Pidgey shouldn't be too bad for us as long as it doesn't use Sand Attack, which it did. So here comes Bulbasaur. We're going to hit a Tackle. Oh, it's a level 9 Bulbasaur. It's going to use Tackle. We're going to use Tackle. We missed. That's good. It uses Tackle. I said that I didn't want to use items in this run, but I am going to burn a potion here because we're trying to get ourselves a certain move, right? We only have 10. We don't want to waste them. And we just can't get this thing to use Leech Seed. I'm going to waste another potion just to waste a turn. And it doesn't look like it's going to do it. So I don't know if we can actually get it to use Leech Seed. There is the accuracy drops. That is 3 sand attacks. Wow. That was a very bad roll. Okay. It's going to go for Tackle. Yeah, this is just a guessing game. Well, we tried a bunch of times to get Pain to use Leech Seed, and I think I would have to drain the 35 PP he has on Tackle, the 30-ish PP that is on Growl, before we could get him to use Leech Seed on us. So, I just beat him to get the experience, and it looks like we're just going to save our sketch. And I think we're going to roll with Struggle Tactics for Brock. I was thinking about all the different things that I could do. There are Mankeys that are wild, but they don't learn a fighting move until level 9, and the highest level that you can find them at is level 5. Started thinking about all the different trainers that are in Viridian Forest. There's not much in the way of the bug catchers and things that we can sketch move-wise. I started thinking about the junior trainer that is in Brock's gym that has a Geodude and a Sandshrew. There's not much that we can sketch off of them. Maybe Rock Throw. But Rock Throw is not very effective against Onix or Geodude because I believe their ground typing negates any kind of neutral damage. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this sketch. I'm going to roll through Viridian Forest. We're going to get rid of all of our tackles in the same way we did with Magikarp, and we will try struggle strats through Brock's gym. If we are successful, I will then probably roll back to Viridian Forest and find myself a wild Pikachu and try to sketch Thundershock off of that for our upcoming battle with Misty. But with our level 11 Picasso dog, we are going to head through Viridian Forest. So I've come to battle the last trainer in Viridian Forest, and I'm actually having a lot easier time with Smeargle than I did Magikarp for obvious reasons. And the moveset that we could potentially sketch is String Shot, which isn't going to do us any good. We could sketch Harden, which again isn't going to do us much good. We could sketch Thundershock from Pikachu. I believe there's a Growl we could get as well. and then Poison Sting from Weedle. Now, I don't think Poison Sting is going to be a good option, even though it has the poison potential, right? I don't think we can really rely on that to run through the battle with Brock. So, rather than sketching anything, like I said before, we're just going to make our way through the rest of Viridian Forest. Maybe have to do a little bit of grinding. We are going to come out the other side at level 14, which is nice. God, those stats are just so great. And it is what it is, right? At this point, we have a very low move pool to learn from. Had I changed my rival to have a Squirtle, we could have sketched Bubble, but Bubble is only a base 20 power move, and I have abysmal special attack. With a Adamant Nature, I have a lower, or a debuff, to my special attack as well. So not really worth my time, I think, resetting the run and doing any of those things. We are going to go battle the Junior Trainer, see how we fare. His Geodude is probably going to beat us. So if that happens, we will just struggle strat through him and then move on to Brock. I'm having serious PTSD. There's a Pikachu. Serious PTSD from our Magikarp run because I did this for so many hours. And I know it's kind of flashy on the screen, but this is what we have to do until we get to a Kakuna. We have to burn our sketch, because that now uses it up, and then we just have to burn up some tackles. I'm going to do it all against Metapods and Kakunas. That is going to actually gain us a little bit of effort values, and I'm looking at real quick. In defense, which isn't a bad buff. So, we're doing a little bit of EV training. It's not something I wanted to do, but hey. This is our life. This is our options. Because we did not beat the Junior Trainer. Well, I attempted at level 16 and I did not win. I attempted at level 18 and we've done 3 attempts at level 18. I leveled up to level 19 after the Geodude fight and we have beaten Brock. I decided against sketching Rock Tomb, which I thought would have been a decent move to sketch. But the one thing I'm worried about is being over-leveled and getting Thunder Shock from Pikachu. So, I have run into quite a few Pikachus in Viridian Forest, so now we're going to go back. That was terrible. We're going to go back and try to sketch a little Thunder Shock off of it, and here very shortly we will be learning our third sketch. Now, there are a couple of Pokemon out that way that are potentials that we could learn some moves off of. I'm going to do some research on those Pokemon and their potential movesets to see if there's anything we really want to sketch, like Sing from Jigglypuff, which is a terrible move. It has terrible accuracy, and it's not something we can really rely on. I think Sleep Powder would be a better move to rely on if we could get something like an Oddish or something that had it. As we are going to have to rely on strategy. Maybe a double team strat, which isn't my favorite to use. But hopefully we figure something out. Oh, we got it. We got it. We got it. Oh my goodness. Pikachu led with Growl. I had myself damaged, so I used a potion to stall a turn. It used a second Growl. I used the Tackle, which took it almost to kill. It used a third Growl, I believe. No. After its first Growl, we still couldn't attack it because we would kill it. So I threw a Pokeball at it. It did not catch it. I wasn't trying to catch it. I need to catch Pokemon for Flash so we can get the HM. And then it used Thunder Shock. So we now have Thunder Shock. It's not a great move. And we may get paralyzed there, but it is something. Okay? It gives us something to use against water types. because I don't think I have a very good option for moves. It is only base power 40, and it is a special type, which I have terrible special attack. So, we're going to have to try it. We're going to have to see. It is the strategy that I have for now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go battle a bunch of trainers in that direction. And, yeah, see what other potential moves that we can sketch. And hopefully roll into Cerulean here after a bit. Because I am going to spend some time, just as a reminder, grinding in Mount Moon to boost my attack EVs. There is some other options that we can do with Victory Bell and stuff like that later on in the game. But I want to gain a couple of EVs, at least in Mount Moon. Well, we've been gaining levels, and this is my 3rd level off of grinding, and as you can see, that attack plus 3, that is typically unheard of with Smeargles. That brings us up to a 22 attack, which is phenomenal. So, we just gained level 25. It is going to get harder and harder to grind out some levels here, but I want to grind a few more and see if we can stack that EV value as we continue progressing through a couple of different levels. I do have another sketch available, but eventually the gap between sketches is going to get longer and longer, so we do need to pay attention. I thought about sketching Poison Powder or Stun Spore off of Paris. Stun Spore might not be a bad one. They are both 75% accurate. I was wrong about the Jigglypuff. It did not have Sing, but the Clefairy inside Mount Moon does. But that is a 55% accurate move. Not really worth relying on that throughout this play. I've done some more research, and it does look like if I want to get Leech Seed, the only way I'm going to be able to do it is from a rival battle, and I don't know if I'll be able to actually get it from the Bulbasaur that we will be fighting in Cerulean City. I do have a sketch available, and I will possibly have a second one by the time that we get there. It is also worth potentially looking at sketching a better normal move than Tackle. I don't know. It's all a game, right? We're just playing one big game. So consistently, I have been gaining at least 2 to attack. Level 30 here, I finally got plus 4 to attack, and my attack is 35, which is higher than my level, which is normally not a thing for Smeargles. Now, I could sit here and continue to grind off of level 6 through 10 Paris. I'm not going to do that. Luckily for us, Smeargle is in the fast level up group. That is why we've been able to grind so much here, where Magikarp this would have taken a lot longer. But EV training does help a whole heck of a lot. I think we're at a good level where I don't need to do too much more training for now. And we will go ahead and heal up, since we're paralyzed, and make our way through the rest of Mount Moon. Honestly, our rival on the other side should be relatively easy, and Misty shouldn't be too bad. We did catch a Paris in here. I am going to catch other Pokemon because I only have 3 in the dex right now. Because Smeargle is a national Pokemon not native to Kanto, rather, it doesn't count. So I've got to catch 7 more so that we have the 10 to get HM for Flash. One little thing to note in Mount Moon, as I did in the last video, is the rare candy. This is the first one that we get, though we have been leveling Smeargle up quite a bit. So it is in the bottom right hand corner on the first floor. When you come past this guy right here, it's pretty easy to find. Very, very simple. Once again, we have made it into Cerulean City rather easy. And I'm going to show you off the second rare candy, of course, that you can get. It's just through this building out here and in this little patch of flowers right here. Very simple to get. Again, there's 12 rare candies, so if we wanted to, we don't have to train our Smeargle all the way up to level 100. I'm going to try to do this without getting to level 100, but getting through the Elite Four, it is quite possible that we are going to need to. So, the next thing that I want to do is go in here and probably fight the gym trainers and Misty herself, and we'll see how it goes. Now, I was throwing myself at Misty one time to see how it would go, and I noticed a couple of things. I never used my sketch. When I got to level 31, I did not get another sketch, but I forgot that Staryu and Starmie both have Recover, so I'm going to sketch Recover. Now, this is probably going to end really badly, but I now have the same little trolley moves, because Water Pulse does quite a bit considering my, special defense and all those things. So, but Recover is nice, look at that. Provided Starmie doesn't do it, we might actually be able to beat this. Thundershock doesn't do near as much as there's Recover. Does not do near as much as my Tackle does. So, I hope I didn't miss out on a sketch because I hadn't used it yet. I mean, this is just going to be a battle of the wits. Unless I can get some kind of, like, crit. Like that. Like that. That's what we're talking about. Oh, there's the super potion I forgot she had. I could throw a Thundershock in there and chance for paralysis. Just to delay this battle even longer. But it's been going on for a while. It took us a minute. Staryu, however, is very easy for me to beat. 2 tackles, dead. Now, we are quite over-leveled, but I was going to have to over-level anyway. So let's start zipping through this while paying attention to our health, so we don't die retroactively. There's the paralyzed chance. There we go. I beat her. Alright. I can have the Cascade badge, and she gives me the TM for Water Pulse, which I don't need. So that gym was actually relatively easy, all things considered. I am a bit over-leveled, which was good grinding through Mount Moon for now. Next thing we're going to do is heal, and then go take on our rival real quick, and see if we can beat him. I think I'm going to run over to the grass, and I'm going to go get me another level real quick to see if I gain a sketch or not, because it kind of sucks that I don't have one. Now, so it looks like if you level up to your sketch level and you have not used your previous sketch, you can't learn the same move twice, which is pretty standard in Pokemon. I just wasn't thinking about it. For some reason, I thought you could have more than one sketch, and I shouldn't have leveled up so much in Mount Moon. So I lose out on a sketch, which kind of sucks because there's a couple of moves coming up that I think would be pretty good on us, but Recover's a good one. Tackle is not. I was hoping to sketch my rivals, what is it called? Super Fang? No, Hyper Fang. Yeah, Hyper Fang from his Rattata. Because we have that option. We have the option to get Leech Seed still. As a matter of fact, we have the option for Leech Seed all the way until the final battle, but he's never gonna use it. So, anyway, let us save and see how this goes. Thundershock does pretty good. Tackle clears him out, and very, very easy rival battle, all things considered. So yeah, nothing to go crazy there. We got to go across Nugget Bridge and up to Bill's house, doing all the craziness with that. So in my Magikarp run, in the Lost footage, I actually showed this off, but there is an ether right here outside of Bill's house that you can collect. It's 1 of 5, and they come in handy towards the end of the game, as we're rolling through the Elite Four. Something I forgot to mention is I am going to try to beat the Elite Four in one foul swoop. We're going to try not to save in between members, because that is a little bit cheaty, and our Smeargle is doing pretty good. Recover was a great move to get. Probably one of the moves that I have right now that's going to make it to the end of the game, right? Speaking of moves to the end of the game, while we grab the SS ticket, I'm going to be looking for potentially grabbing Nightshade, Seismic Toss, or Dragon Rage. All three of those moves have the same property. They do the amount of damage based on your level. So being that Smeargle has an abysmal attack stat, which we have EV trained a bit, so honestly our attack stat is pretty decent. As a matter of fact, everything except for special attack is okay. That is going to guarantee us, if we're level 80 rolling through the Elite Four, which I am going to try to do it at a lower level than 100, we're going to do 80 damage every time we do it. Now, the thing with Seismic Toss versus Nightshade versus Dragon Rage is obviously, they are typed moves, and I'm not 100% if Nightshade can't hit normal Pokemon, and if Seismic Toss can't hit Ghost-type Pokemon. I'm not 100% on that. But Dragon Rage is a move that we can actually potentially get from our rival when it actually has a Gyarados, which I believe is going to be the rival fight inside of the Sylph Company. So if we can get it to use Dragon Rage on us as opposed to any other moves, that's going to be a good one to sketch. So we've got to pay attention to when we fight our rival at that time. But anyway, we're going to make our way to Vermilion City. Now, as soon as you pop out of the underground path heading to Vermilion City, you come up here towards Saffron City, and there's a berry over here, which is a citrus berry. This did come into play during the Magikarp run, and I'm sure it can help with this run as well. But over here, there's actually a hidden rare candy. This is the third rare candy that you can find, and it is the one that I did not show in the last run. So I am going to continue to show those and hopefully have a complete list of rare candies for later dates. There's not a lot of great items that you can get on the SSN. There is an ether on the lower level. There is a hyper potion hidden in a bucket or trash can. But inside the kitchen there is a Chesto berry in this trash can, a cherry berry here, and a pecha berry here. All of which are good to grab and good to have on our team. Especially considering we're not going to be using items in battle. Cherry berries will heal paralysis, Chesto will wake you, and Pecha will cure poison. So we're getting ourselves a healthy amount of berries here. I've got a couple of orange berries too, just in case. We should probably start looking at putting those on. But we're making our way through the SSN, and everything's going pretty good. Smeargle is about to hit level 41, and we are going to want to look at getting a move that could replace Tackle. Tackle is a terrible move with a base power 35, and we have been playing with it for a long time. So, Super Fang from a Rattata wouldn't be bad. It's only 90% accurate, but it is a base power, I think, 80. Takedown from Growlithe wouldn't be bad, but we do take recoil damage. We do have Recover, however. So this is something that I've just got to plan out. I really don't know. This is my first time playing with the Smeargle, so we're doing good so far. Oh no, he did it. Oh, I went to sketch Hyperfang and he used Quick Attack on me. It's a base power 40 move, so it's technically better than Tackle and it has priority. Oh, but that's terrible. Hyperfang is what I was talking about. It is a base power 80 move with a 90% accuracy. So I was looking at that move because it would be a pretty good stab option. Oh man, and I could cheese this and I could redo the battle, but those are the, you know, those are the risks that you take, right? Playing this game. So we're gonna be running with Quick Attack for a while. We are gonna hit our rival though. I did save, and let's see how this goes. Honestly, this shouldn't be too bad. Thundershock almost takes Pidgeotto out. A little bit of a Quick Attack to take Raticate out. Kadabra cannot take a hit. And we have Ivysaur, which this thing never wanted to use Leech Seed on me, but it does want to use Sleep Powder, which is why I should have used the Chesto Berry. But, you know, it is what it is. We should be able to beat him no problem. I haven't had any issues with Smeargle. Honestly, it's been a pretty smooth run. We do have the little issue with getting Quick Attack instead of Hyperfang, but hey, it is what it is. Thank you for HM Cut. Creepy old man. Anyway, let's roll off the SSN, and let's go take on Lieutenant Surge. There is one thing to note that I don't remember if I showed off in the Magikarp run, but this rock right here on the route outside of Cerulean City, I believe this is Route 9. Route 9? Should have went with my gut. I know this game fairly well, but there is an ether here. Yep. So that is the third ether. The first one found outside of Bill's, the second one found on the SSN, and then of course that one there. Oh no, I have all 5. So there's one in Mount Moon, there's one outside of Bill, there's one on the SSN, and this one, and I cannot remember where the other one is, but those are the 5 ethers that you can get. As far as an elixir and a max elixir that I never get, it is in the powerhouse. I just never head over to the powerhouse to get it. This right here is a Chesto Berry, so you can have 2 of them throughout the game. And then, of course, the 4th rare candy is right here. Perfect. We did kind of fly through Lieutenant Surge. There was nothing really going on with that battle. We walked in, we beat him, we left. Nothing special. So I'm going to continue on, heading through Rock Tunnel, or to Rock Tunnel, rather. And then, of course, through Rock Tunnel. And once we're out on the other side, we're pretty much going to negate Lavender Town and head over to Celadon. And at some point, we are going to want to get ourselves another sketch move. And I think we are going to actually replace Thundershock. Thundershock was an okay move. We didn't even really use it against Misty. I'm not a special attacker, so this needs to go. I think having Tackle and Quick Attack is good for now. In Celadon City, right here, there is a PP-Up. I think there's 4 of them that we can get. That is just the first one. You don't have to go through this cut tree, but you can. And I've actually already torn through most of Erica's gym. I think we have only Erica herself left to fight. And our Smeargle is actually almost level 51. So I think that it might not be a bad idea to hit Sketch over Thundershock, and maybe look for a Wild Rattata that is over level 13 and try to get Hyperfang again. I am nervous because they are going to know Quick Attack. And so getting Hyperfang could be a problem, but I want a stab move that's going to be pretty decent. Honestly, throughout this entire playthrough so far, Smeargle has proved to be a pretty good Pokemon. The only thing that I'm worried about, honestly, throughout this entire game, because of how fast Smeargle levels up, is the battle with Bruno in the Elite Four. I think that he's going to be a challenge. Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, and his Machamp have super effective moves against Smeargle, so I think it's going to be kind of rough. But that's neither here nor there. It's time for us to fight a Victory Bell, a Tangela, and a Vileplume, all around level 30, and we are 20 levels higher than it. Starts off with a Stun Spore, that's pretty normal. Here we go, learning Sketch. Let's get rid of Thundershock. And we're just gonna quick attack this until it goes away. Recover is our friend. Did this thing Leech Seed me? No. Oh, and I wasn't paying attention. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. No. Yeah, we're just gonna burn a Super Potion, because I have one. I know I said no items, but hey. It's fine. With the paralysis, it's kind of bad. I didn't want to reset because I forgot to save. It's fine. It's fine. We beat Erica. That is, what, 5? No, 4? Our 4th gym? Yeah, our 4th gym. Taken care of. We have the tea. We now need to go into the rocket hideout and empty this thing out. But like I said, I think I want to try to get a Rattata, maybe one of these guys, and sketch Hyper Fang off of it, so wish me luck. Oh, I did it, I did it, I did it. I'm actually slowed, and that was just a Hail Mary against the Rattata, but we did it. We got Hyper Fang. Alright. Oh, of course I flinched. So, Hyper Fang is a decent move, 90 accuracy, which kind of sucks, but it can cause flinching, which is really nice. So, Hyper Fang and Recover are two moves that we are definitely going to keep to the end of the game. Unfortunately, now we're slowed, so we're just going to bop that one with a quick attack. So, now I need to work my way to level 61 to get my next sketch, and that sketch is going to be saved for Gary's, or I should say Payne's, Gyarados, in hopes that we can get Dragon Rage. I think Dragon Rage... No. I am so wrong right now. So wrong. Dragon Rage does 40 set damage. I need to get Nightshade or Seismic Toss, and I think Nightshade is going to be the better move to get. Good. Dragon Rage is one of those moves that's good early game, because it does a set damage of 40. I cannot believe... I'm sure the clips prior where I was talking about Dragon Rage, I got somebody screaming at me. See, Hyper Fang missed, Hyper Fang's disabled, Quick Attack takes him out. I'm literally flying through this game easier than I did with the Magikarp. And I don't even need the Hyper Fang, it's just nice to have something that kills everything one shot. Anyway, let's get to Giovanni. Now, I did show this off in the bottom 3rd floor of the Rocket Hideout. This is another rare candy that should be our 5th one, which is really nice. Yep. Perfect. So we did grab that. We did make sure to get it. There's also a PP up on the 1st floor, the bottom 1st floor, in one of the planters that you can get. So that gives us 2 PP ups. We've got 5 ethers. We've got a bunch of rare candies. Let's keep going. I'm actually so confident in my Smeargle against the Giovanni that I'm not leaving to go heal like I should. I do not have any more Hyper Fangs, which is fine, but I'm coming into this battle with lower than full HP. He's got a couple of tanky Pokemon. This thing could be nasty. We're going to use Recover one time. That's it. Self-scope acquired. Lavender Town, here we come. I've got one more battle, actually. We've done this before, where we fight this guy. We didn't have to, we ran past him, but... This is how powerful my little Picasso is. It's insane. Alright, let's go back. We're gonna go through Saffron, just so I get the fly location, and I'm gonna actually grab Spearow out of the box so we have a flyer. Because I think that's the Pokemon I have, yeah. And we're going through Saffron, going to Lavender, on to Rival 3. 4, technically. Alright, Rival 4 battle. The reason I said 3 originally, and not 4, is because the optional one on Route 22 when you first get into Viridian after you've gotten Oak's Parcel is that. It is an optional battle. But this is technically the 4th time we have fought him. Down goes Pidgeotto. Gyarados. 2 attack lowers. Down goes all his Mons. Ivysaur is left, puts us to sleep. I should have put the Chesto Berry on. But down goes Gary. Pain. One of these days I will remember. Nice thing to do with Paris is use Dig, so that we can get into, or get out of the tower a lot easier just to heal up before we climb the tower. Now, one of the things that I said I was going to do is I want to get Nightshade. Now, I'm not 100% sure again if Nightshade can be used against a normal type Pokemon. It is a ghost type move, so I'm pretty sure that the AI of the trainer battles that we are going to fight are not going to want to use Nightshade. And honestly, I kind of hosed myself because now I don't have a move. Right? Everything I have is a normal move. I didn't think about that, now did I? So I'm going to have to take Smeargle out, and I'm actually going to have to go train it. I'm going to have to go grind to get to level 61, and then try to fight me a wild Ghastly in hopes that I can get Nightshade. Let's see what the levels are here. Level 15. Yeah, so it knows at that level, it knows Curse, Mean Look, Spite, and Lick. So there was the Hypnosis. The only thing it can do is it can Lick. So I could go for Struggle Strats to get myself to the top of the tower. Because I'm gonna need to fight some of these Chandlers and try to get them to use Nightshade on me, which I don't think it is, because Ghastly doesn't learn Nightshade until level 21. So, off to the grinding board. I didn't think about getting rid of, I wanted to keep Tackle because it was good to have a bunch of moves with PP. You know, we're not a professional at this. Look, we're learning, alright? Oops. Now, the trick, the cheat, whatever you want to say, to get Nightshade with Smeargle was I actually led with my Paris. Now, that's why Paris is going to gain some levels in this little fight, but we kind of had to make do because there was no way that the Ghastly was going to use Nightshade on Smeargle. As I said, I'm pretty sure it doesn't affect normal type Pokemon, so we had to trick the game, right? Now, it took a couple of rolls of me saving and resetting before that Ghastly actually used Nightshade against the Paris. So I led with the Paris, I immediately switched out. Once it used Nightshade, I was able to sketch it. So it's kind of borderline cheesy, but hey. I now have a decent move with Nightshade, I have a decent move with Hyper Fang, and we need to come up with something outside of Quick Attack. And I'm thinking maybe, you know, a move like Earthquake from Giovanni's gym. I believe Fire Blast might be a base power 120 physical move. I'm not 100% sure on that. But we have a long way to go, and we have level 71, 81, and 91, 3 more sketches that we can get if we want to. We actually don't have to learn them if we don't want to. So, with that being said, our Smeargle is now looking pretty good. Cheesed a Nightshade on him, but it is going to help us in the long run. And to test it so I know for sure, here is a Meowth that is a normal type Pokemon, and we are going to use Nightshade. Doesn't affect him. So I was correct. We do have to get the Ghastly tricked, and you have to use one of the Chandlers because the other Ghastlies are too low a level. Ghastly doesn't learn Nightshade until level 21. So, there we go. Time to go to the top of the Pokemon Tower with a Ghost-type move. The 6th rare candy can also be found just before you go fight the Marowak, right here. It's about the only item I pick up in the Ghost Tower, or Lavender Tower, rather. When you get towards the top of Lavender Tower, you do have these Haunters. That there is potential you could get Nightshade off of those. We're not going to worry about that. We've already done that. Let's keep moving forward. And one thing we are also going to take advantage of, despite our Smeargle being super over-leveled, is we grabbed ourselves the Item Finder. Now, the Item Finder requires you to have 30 Pokemon in your Pokedex, and you need to go to the Guard Tower that is right here between Lavender and Vermilion. So, if you were to come out here coming from Vermilion, originally you would have come over here and ran into a Snorlax that you cannot go any further. You need to use the Item Finder right here. Oh, the Item Finder shaking wild. There's an item buried underfoot. Dug up a leftovers. Now, that is exactly where the Snorlax was sleeping, and if we take ourselves over to Celadon City real quick, we can actually get ourselves a second leftovers. We don't need a second leftovers, but there are 2 that can be found in FireRed. And I should have honestly gotten this when we were running through with Magikarp, but hey. We live and we learn and we find new things. There we go. So, couple leftovers with Recover. I think this is going to be a relatively easy run, all things considered. We're going to give this to our Smeargle. And there we go. We did run through and catch a bunch of Pokemon. We have exactly 30. We caught the bugs in the forest. We caught Pidgeys, Ekans, Pikachu in the forest. We evolved our Clefairy and we caught a Jigglypuff and did the same. Oddish, Paris, Diglett, Meowth, Mankey, Growlithe, Abra, Geodude. We traded for the Farfetch. We traded for a Magikarp. There was one other Pokemon that I could have honestly got, which was from the Fighting Dojo. But hey, we've got a bunch of Pokemon. And you know what? I'm going to take the bike path down to Fuchsia. I don't actually need to do much leveling, so let's just get to Fuchsia. Now, as I've shown before, we are going to get the rare candy that is this way. You come past the second sign. And it is somewhere right here, I promise you. I forget where this thing is. There it is. It is directly across from the 3rd sign down. I will eventually go get the one over off of Route 12. But for now, we're getting ourselves to Fuchsia. We did beat the Lavender Tower. So honestly, this game has severely opened up for us. We can go do the Sylph Company. And many, many other things. For now, I want to get another gym badge. Yep, so we're going to do that. Quick little detour before we go to fight Koga. I went to the name raider and changed Smeargle's name to Picasso. We have our Picasso buddy. So while I'm over here, let's go ahead and go down this route. Because I've actually battled quite a few trainers already. And let's get ourselves to the spot in which we need to get to grab the the next rare candy. Try to avoid this battle? No. No, let me run through this guy real quick. I guess I didn't come far enough down, so past that trainer to this grass right here. Come over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rare candy. Nice. So now we have ourselves... I went right past it. 8 rare candies. That is good. The rest of them, you guys should know where they are, right? There's going to be one in Fuchsia City. There's going to be one in the Sylph Company building on the 10th floor. There is going to be one in the Abandoned Mansion, and one in Victory Road. Let's run through Koga's gym. Now, Koga should not be that hard. I am going to make a save as we always do. We have own tempo, so we can't get confused, which is nice. I should have put on a Chesto Berry, but the poison damage combined with leftovers is not going to be too bad. As long as we don't miss too many Hyper Fangs, we'll be fine. Let's try again. So best case scenario, he doesn't self-destruct or hit us with a smoke screen. And we come into here with a lot better... Oh. Yep. Wow. For once, I am actually having a rough time with a gym trainer. There we go. Coughing down. A little recover action. And done. Come on. Okay. Bunch of recovers. I think they hit me with Toxic is what it is. There we go, coughing down. A miss with a Hyper Fang, but that's fine. Last one, wheezing. And there we go. Koga beat. That was actually difficult. The Toxic really hurts you because it badly poisons you up until Generation 5, I believe. That's the only move that does that. And that is our 6th gym badge. So, I think we're going to head over to the Sylph Company before we go to the Safari Zone. We're going to go to the 10th floor and get ourselves the rare candy. Well, we're going to head to the 5th floor and get the card. Then go get the rare candy, and then probably take on our rival. I don't think that I actually need to go through the Sylph Company battling all of the trainers. It is good experience, though. I need to heal first, but... maybe we'll spend the time grinding out all the trainers. We are level 63, and I only need to get to level 88 if I wanted to get Smeargle to level 100. But again, we're going to try to do this without. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to floor 5 and get the key card. Which is a pretty easy little thing, right? All we have to do is go down here past this scientist. Which, I'll go ahead and fight him real quick. His Magnemites are actually kind of tough, and so is his Magneton, because the steel typing. And then we'll come down here, we'll fight this Team Rocket guy. And then we'll go across this tile, we'll go back. And right here is the card key. There we go. So now what we can do is we can actually make our way to the 9th floor. As opposed to the 10th floor. Because there is going to be a lady right over here after we fight this Team Rocket that will heal our Pokemon. This way we don't have to go back and forth to the Pokemon Center. She will heal you. Perfect. So let's go ahead and go up to the 10th floor so I can show you where the rare candy is. If we go down here, fight this rocket here. There's 3 items here. A Carbos, a rare candy, and I'm not sure what this one is. Ultra Ball. Yeah, something we don't need. Perfect. So while we're here, we might as well clear out the 10th floor, checking for things like HP ups and other vitamins. Pretty weird that you can find a bunch of drugs stashed in plants at a corporate conglomerate such as the Sylph Company, but it is what it is. We're going to fight this Team Rocket on the 11th floor, and we're just going to fight all the rockets going all the way down to the 2nd floor. After you get the key card, there are 2 ways that you can get to your rival fight. The first is coming to the 9th floor up here and going across this tile here. That brings you to the 3rd floor, and then you come to this tile right here. The other way, of course, is coming up to the 3rd floor, battling this rocket right here. And then, of course, just coming down here and going over here. I have battled everybody in the Sylph Company, and it's only been like 10 minutes. It's a relatively easy thing to run through, but we did manage to get our hands on a lot of different things. We got a nugget, we got ourselves some HP ups, we got some calciums, we got some carbos, we got some zincs, we got some irons, we got some proteins. These all sell for 4,900 a piece. It's a very nice chunk of change that we can have so that we can buy ourselves some full restores and stuff when we get to the Elite Four. But for now, let's take on our rival, which honestly, this guy's going to be a chump. We're going to hit a Hyper Fang. Hopefully take the Pidgeot down. We don't. It goes for Wing Attack, which is good. We're going to use our leftovers. A Quick Attack should take this thing down very, very nicely. It doesn't matter who he sends out next. Gyarados is going to drop our attack -1. That's fine. The best part about this whole run is we haven't had to use a single X attack or X defend. Hyper Fang. So hopefully, well, that was a lot less than I hoped it would be. But hey, we're fighting fully evolved Pokemon here. It's about time we had a little bit of a struggle with the Smeargle. There's a Bite, which will do decent damage. Little leftover action, Quick Attack to hopefully take this Gyarados out. There we go. Who's he sending out next? Come on, Pain. It's Growlithe to hit us with our 2nd attack debuff. We're still fighting a Growlithe, and we will until the Elite Four battle, so that is a nice thing because Growlithe is obviously a less tank than, or less tanky than Arcanine. A flinch off the Hyper Fang is good. A Quick Attack to finish it off. Perfect. Should be Alakazam next. Yep. I did not mean to hit that. We're doing this battle in real time. Alakazam, we are going to hit this thing hopefully with a Hyper Fang. Alakazam is a great Pokemon, one of the best, but it cannot take a physical attack. Even with a -2 buff and very, very sad stats, we beat this thing. It Calm Mind on us, we don't want that because it can sweep us very easy. And there is level 69, we are 2 levels away from getting our next sketch. Our attack is not bad, 79 is much better than most Smeargles at this point. EV training early on did great. Venusaur, the final Mon to be sent out. And let's hit it with the Nightshade and see what that does for damage. Over half, that's good. Sleep Powder Mist, that's good because I forgot to put the Chesto Berry on. Venusaur down. Rival done. We have one more Rocket Grunt to fight, and then Giovanni. Now this is our second encounter with Giovanni, so let's go take him on. I did go heal before I fought Giovanni because we battled our rival and then a Rocket Grunt. 4 Pokemon is what he should have, and he's starting to get closer to his team. Now the one thing that could happen here is when I Hyper Fang this Nidorino, we could get Poison Point. We don't want that, but it could happen. Didn't happen. Nidoqueen is the same thing. We can get a Poison Point off of her poisoning us at the end of the battle. Poison point is activated right there when you do physical damage. Now, I'm not too worried about normal poison, as I was trying to say in Koga's battle, because it is going to heal us pretty decent. Ooh, I forgot she has double kick, which is a fighting type move. Hopefully... There we go. There we go. Nidoqueen down. Kangaskhan coming out. It's got a Kangaskhan and a Rhyhorn, I believe. Healed with leftovers for 10. 21 is the poison. We're going to hit a recover. And Mega Punch, which is just a normal type move, but it does a lot of damage. Wow. Try to get ourselves in that, you know, nicely heal. Oh, there we go, there we go. A Tail Whip's bad, but it's good because it's a free turn. Fully healed. Lose 21. Hyper Fang. Mega Punch. Missed. That's good. It is like a base 75 accuracy. We'll lose some on the poison. Hyper Fang, please hit. Good. Kangaskhan. Done. Done. Kangaskhan is kind of a beast. Rhyhorn, last Pokemon. Hopefully this won't be too bad. One of my moves I think I need to get, maybe not an attacking move. Maybe we should look at getting a status move like Poison Powder. Or even Stun Spore. Poison Powder would allow me to poison these guys and let them be whittled down. Stun Spore would give me the speed advantage and possible paralysis chance. It's kind of up in the air right now. I think when I get my next sketch... Ooh. Please don't hit 5 times. Please don't hit 5 times. Please. My goodness. Poison damage. Little recover. We'll hit another one. Anyway, we can play around with it a little bit, right? Because quick attack can be sketched away. I'm not too worried about it. There's 5 times. I'd like a little bit more health, please. Now, some of these battles can actually go decent. And we're finally getting into challenge mode. I don't want to only hit 3 times. The question is, do I go for the Hyper Fang and the kill? We do. There we go. No more back and forth with recover. Anyway, as I was saying, we can play around with Poison Powder versus Stun Spore. They both are 75% accurate, so they're not 100% great. Sleep Powder also wouldn't be a bad one to get. I think we could sketch that off of Venusaur on our next rival battle. Maybe we go that route. Maybe we put them completely to sleep and then never have to worry about some other stuff. I don't know. If we didn't have Recover and we actually had a move like Bulk Up where we could boost our attack and defense, or even a Swords Dance would be good. Maybe it would be worth the Sleep Powder so that we could set up, but I don't think we're going to go that route. Nightshade is a move that we're not going to delete for 2 reasons. Number 1, we can use it against a lot of people for a set amount of damage, and it is going to help us through the Elite Four. Our next battle, of course, before we leave Saffron, is going to be with Sabrina. This should be a relatively easy fight for us. She has a Kadabra, a Mr. Mime, a Venomoth, and an Alakazam. Alakazam and Kadabra cannot take a punch. Mr. Mime might be able to tank 1 Hyper Fang from us. I highly doubt it. If we miss, that could be bad. And Venomoth really doesn't have much but some powder moves and Psybeam. Psybeam's not going to do much damage to us. There is the miss that I was worried about. Calm Mind, free turn. I'm not too worried about Mr. Mime as opposed to Alakazam getting a couple of Calm Minds because it could kill us. Easy there is level 70. We're one more level away from a sketch. Not bad stats considering. Venomoth. Of course an attack miss. Their Psybeam doesn't do much for us. And because we have own tempo, we cannot get confused from it. That's the best thing. Venomoth could not tank a hit from us. So as long as we land this Hyper Fang against Alakazam, we really don't have anything to worry. She does like to spam a couple of Calm Minds to set herself up. But there it is. Fight over. Sabrina done. That is technically the 6th gym badge. I misspoke with Koga. He is the 5th. We have Blaine and we have Giovanni left. Then the Elite Four. This is going pretty good. Famous last words. After giving the gold teeth to the Warden, you get HM 4 for strength. We teach it to Lapras. Push this boulder. 10th rare candy. Perfect. Now it's back to Pallet Town and down to Cinnabar Island. After fighting this trainer, we simply come over here, up, the 11th rare candy in our pocket. Very, very simple for us. Well, I decided to fly up to the grass that is just south of Pallet Town. Because in here you can fight Wild Tangela. We're just south of Pallet Town, like I said. And you can fight them at level 25-ish. They know Poison Powder. They could potentially know Sleep Powder. Unfortunately, if we wanted Stun Spore, we would have to go get that from the Paris that are in Mount Moon. So we're going to play around with Poison Powder. I like it a little bit better. It is a 75% accurate move, so we're going to have to do with that. But right now, our only attacking move that we have on our Smeargle, aka Picasso, is Hyper Fang. We have Nightshade as well. I guess never mind, just never mind what I just said. We have Hyper Fang and Nightshade for attacking moves. We have Recover to heal ourselves, and Poison Powder to kind of whittle down our foes that give us any kind of grief. But on to fighting all of Blaine's gym trainers. Now, one of the nice things about Nightshade, and we're going to kind of run through this battle a little bit faster, is when we get intimidated, Nightshade still does a set amount of damage, regardless of our Intimidate or not. So, we can sit here and battle through these trainers, and regardless, we're doing 72 damage to this thing. Which I didn't even worry about healing or anything during that battle. We just beat Blaine. Very, very simple. We have honestly flown through this thing. I've only been recording for like 3 days, or 2 days now. Tomorrow will be our 3rd day when we probably finish this run up. This has been great. And we only have a few more levels to get our Smeargle. And we can potentially then boost it to level 100, and we should be able to run through the Elite Four relatively easy. We might run into some problems when we get to Bruno. We might run into a few problems with Agatha. She's got some Trolley Mons. And we might run into some problems with Lance, just with that Dragonite. But for now, let's go fight ourselves a gym leader. And one thing that I've really forgotten as well is I should be using Nightshade against the Rock-type Pokemon. We kept using Hyper Fang in that last battle against Giovanni, and that was just a silly thing to do, right? It's a set damage regardless of type. The only thing it doesn't affect is normal type Pokemon. Ah. Just when you think you know everything, every twist, every turn of the game, you forget things. So we're blowing through this gym very, very quickly. The other thing that we can do is we can use Nightshade on Pokemon like Nidorina, Nidoqueen, Nidoking. It's not a physically damaging move, so therefore we don't actually run the risk of the Poison Point, rather. So that's pretty nice. I've actually got one more trainer to take on, and then we will be battling Giovanni. I will see you in mere seconds. Alright, here goes the battle against Giovanni. We are going to speed it up. Nightshade, it hit us with a scary face. That's fine. Nidoqueen comes out. No poison point. Nidoking comes out. No poison point. Dugtrio comes out. Bite it. Gone. His Rhyhorn. 1 Nightshade. 2 Nightshades. Level 75. Done. He gives us the TM for Earthquake. Doesn't really matter to us because we can't use it. Now, I'm pretty sure there's something that I did not know about this game. And I think it involves coming back. When does he leave the gym? So when Giovanni leaves the gym, you come back and there's a Macho Brace where he's at, and we could use that to further EV train our Smeargle. I'm not really gonna do it, but we could. Let's battle Gary, we might as well, right? Hyper Fang the bird, done. Rhyhorn comes out, 2 Nightshades, done. Nightshade, Nightshade, because we have been intimidated. I should have used Hyper Fang against the Alakazam, but there we go. I was pretty careless, but we have beaten all 8 gym leaders. We have beaten our rival. The only thing we have left to do is make our way to the Elite Four. I'm going to check this gym because I don't know what the check is for Giovanni leaving. Right? What does he say? Having lost, I can't face my followers. I've betrayed their trust. As of today, Team Rocket is finished forever. As for myself, I shall dedicate my life to training again. Let us meet again someday. Farewell. Oh, he leaves when you talk to him. And then, do we have to use the item finder? There's the Macho Brace. So the Macho Brace is a pretty neat little item. Let's see what it says. An item to be held by a Pokemon. It promotes strong growth but lower speed while it's held. So we'll lose speed, but what it does is if you're going to gain 1 EV into attack, you will actually gain 2. So on and so forth. If you're going to gain 2, you'll gain an additional 1, so you'll gain 3. So on and so forth. So using that, we could actually train our Smeargle the rest of the way up and get even better stats. Because we're sitting at 85 attack, which is double what our Magikarp was, even at level 100. And of course, inside of Victory Road, here is the 12th and final rare candy. Very, very nicely. Now, there is a little bit better of a battle that we can do inside of Victory Road, as I have found. There is a cool trainer, Carolyn, who has a good stack of Pokemon that will give us some really good EVs that hopefully we can battle and retrain, or rebattle to continue to train. I just gotta find which of these cool trainer classes it is. I'm pretty sure it's not this one. So it's this cool trainer here that is the cool trainer Carolyn class. Or whatever. She has a Bellsprout, which is good for attack EVs, a Weeping Bell, which is good for attack EVs, a Victory Bell, which is really good, a Paris, which we have attacked before, and a Parasect, which is gonna kill us. So we're gonna do that. But anyway, this thing is the best that we could fight for attack EVs. We did get ourselves the Versus Seeker, which can be found in the Pokemon Center in Vermilion City. So, what do you mean it isn't the time to use that? I can't retrain him here? Ah. Interesting. Well, still a great trainer to do some EV training on. I did put the Macho Brace on Picasso there. And we're making our way out of here. We've only fought that one trainer. This guy teaches Double Edge. And at least we can say we've made it to Indigo Plateau. And we can continue to go do some training. I think... There we go. At level 76, it would be a rough go at 5 trainers in a row. Not impossible, just a rough go. But honestly, that attack is pretty good. Now, you don't see the full effects of your EV training until the end when you get to level 100. So we may do that after we've beaten the Elite Four. What I'll do is I'll make a secondary save and we'll kind of show it off. But I want to look for a couple more spots to go train. Well, I found myself a good spot to train according to whatever I read. Apparently Sea King gives 3 attack EVs. I think I've maxed out as far as I can go, but we're about to hit level 81 with the potential for another sketch. And I don't know if I want another sketch. I think I'm good with the moveset I have. So we are going to take these guys out. There is a Goldeen here that gives 1 attack EV as well. My attack and stuff is only going up by 1, but as you can see, we have a 92 attack. So I don't think we're going to learn sketch. But I was going to show you guys where this spot is. If you don't want to do the grind in Mount Moon like I did, this guy right here is Fisherman Ronaldo. And it is a straight shot down from Pallet Town. Right here. Pallet Town. Literally surf right here. And if you're doing the speed up, you get on the island with him. Right? So old Picasso here doesn't need a lot of experience to level up. We're only needing 13,000, where other Pokemon would need a lot more. And that is because he's in what is called the fast level up group. So I am gonna go and heal real quick. I'm keeping the speed up on in Lavender Town because sometimes that music gets claimed. There is one more PP up that I want to grab down here a ways. So we're gonna do that. Right, we've been down here. We got the rare candy, and I'm gonna go a ways down here, fight a few more trainers, and show you where the next PP up is, or at least the last one. So I'm over on Route 13 in this little fenced-in area. I've come down here. Right here is a PP up. That gives you 4 of them in the game. You can fully max out a move, or you can do like I've done, and I've used 2 on Nightshade, and we're going to use 2 on Hyper Fang. This way our attacking moves are upped. So we're still level 81. I think we're going to train this guy up 7 more levels and see if we can't have it at least ready to just rare candy it up if need be. I do want to show off, like I said, what the final attack stat would be for a Smeargle that has been pretty well EV trained. So I did go ahead and get Smeargle to level 100 just to show you guys the stats. We would have 113 on our attack, 107 on our defense, 50 on special attack, 124 special defense, and 216 speed. That's pretty good and pretty decent stats considering Smeargle is not a great Pokemon. I am going to try the Elite Four at level 88 because that is actually the level when I load my save file that I got my Smeargle to before we decided to take on the Elite Four. The other thing that I did is actually go get the elixirs. There's one in Sylph Company, and I don't know how I missed it on the 5th floor hidden in a tree, or one of the potted plants. And then the other one is in the Pokemon Tower. I think it's the 3rd floor up. It's like the first item you can walk into. Yeah, no, it's the 1st floor is where you fight your rival, then the next floor, then the floor after that. So technically the 4th floor. Anyway, we got the 2 elixirs. There is one more that you can get in the power plant along with a max elixir. We got ourselves 50 full restores. We've got ourselves a max ether as well, and we've used all of our PP ups. I think we are ready. We're sticking with the moveset Hyper Fang, Nightshade, Recover, and Poison Powder. I do have the option at the moment to gain another sketch if I wanted to get different moves. It looks like I do need to, however, heal Smeargle real quick, and then we are going to make our way through the Elite Four. Alright, so let's go in. Let's go into here and start our Elite Four journey. I made a save real quick. I'm going to try not to save between the members, and to be honest with you, my only real worry is Bruno. I think we're going to do okay against the rest of them. So, let's go. We're going to speed this up. Let's just use some Nightshade. 2-shot. We're going to hit it with Poison Powder because it likes to do Protect strats. And this way we can kind of take it out a little bit better. Yeah, I think Nightshade's going to be our best bet. I should have put on a Chesto Berry. There we go. Oh, I forgot Jinx. Hyper Fang took it out 1 shot. Relatively easy fight if we're being perfectly honest. We did have to watch our HP a little bit there. But that is to be expected. So, we're still looking good on moves. I think we're going to have to pop an elixir after Bruno's fight. So the strategy here is to use Nightshade against the Onyx and use Hyper Fang against the others. The only one I don't think that we can actually take out is going to be Machamp in 1 hit. But there we go. Hyper Fang. I was wrong. I was so wrong. So wrong. Oh. So we have to land... Let's see how much Hyper Fang does. It does about the same as Nightshade. Yeah, we have to land both Hyper Fangs to beat the Hitmonchan. Alright, we're doing good. I still forgot to put the Chesto Berry. And luckily for us, Sing is not a very good move. So Lapras won't put us to sleep very often. Okay. Let's try this again. If we can't beat the Bruno here, we are going to level up to level 100. Okay. Hitmonlee. Oh. Okay, it's definitely doable. I don't think we need to hit. Oh, it didn't use Protect for the first turn. That is insane. So we need to go in, hopefully, with a little bit more health to the Machamp, and then we can beat it. Alright, let's try again. This could take a while. We could do some grinding. Okay, full health Hitmonchan. Got him with the first one, got him with the second one. I don't know why I went for Poison Powder there. And this is why we're speeding it up, because it's going to be a lot of back and forth, right? We know that we can beat Lorelei very easily. Oh, nice. Yep. Unless we get frozen. If I had a Lumberry, I believe it's called a Lumberry, which I don't, that would cure us of any status ailment, so we wouldn't have to worry about the potential frozen chance, but it is what it is, right? Should have used Hyper Fangs. There we go. Hyper Fang, done. So Lorelei does stand a chance against us, but Bruno, like I said, this is the one that I was scared of. So 1 Nightshade, 2 Nightshades to take him out. Hyper Fang. And we couldn't beat it. I think... I'm not sure the moveset's because we're speeding it up, but I believe they were lowering my speed, which is not good. It's better than getting attacked with the Sky Uppercut, but... still not good. And we fall to Lorelei again. Oh my goodness. Okay. Come on, Cloyster, just playing the stall game to make me burn power points. Remember to use Hyper Fang. There we go, critical hit with that, and we're done. So the other thing that we could run into, or we have a potential with Bruno's Pokemon, is getting the flinch chance from Hyper Fang. Of course, we're probably not going to get it, but let's try again. So Nightshade. Nightshade, good. Hyper Fang, good. Hyper Fang, good. Hyper Fang. Took us out. Recover. Two Hyper Fangs is not enough. So, unfortunately, I think we're gonna have to just go ahead and pop these rare candies. And then I think we can take out Bruno. I think the extra 13 to our attack would be enough to where we can two-shot, as well as potentially one-shotting the Onyx with Nightshade. So, let's run through these real quick. Alright, we're finally back to Bruno, and our Picasso is level 100. Let's see how this fight goes now. Nightshade didn't quite take it out. I'm going to use this chance for Recover. That's good. Hyper Fang doesn't quite take him out, but it does take out Hitmonlee. That's good. We one-shotted the Machamp. That's really good. And Bruno down. So it is possible to beat him. Very easy. We're also going to use an elixir at this point. And let's go take on Agatha, which honestly shouldn't be that bad. Nightshade, it's going to use that. I am gonna need to use the Pecha Berry. And that's just because they toxic me and I forgot about it. Alright. I really don't want to... I know I said I was going to try not to use items in this battle, but this is nowhere near as bad as the Magikarp run, right? That was kind of cheesy, but we beat Agatha. You are so trolly, it is annoying. Alright, let's go fight Lance. How's the power points doing? I should use an ether on Nightshade. Yeah. Alright. So Gyarados is going to hit us with an Intimidate, which we are just going to use Nightshade to take it out. Let's go ahead and throw a Poison Powder, and then a Nightshade. That was kind of silly because it had Lance has a couple full restores. Dragonair is typically going to try to hit us with Thunder Wave. There it is. But a bunch of Nightshades later, and we are done. Full restore to heal that. An Elixir. And we will pop one Ether. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Let's go take on Gary, or Pain in this particular moment. Hyper Fang the bird. Hyper Fang Alakazam before it takes us out. Nightshade. Nightshade. Potion. Nightshade. Nightshade. Hyper Fang. Oops, I meant to come down to recover. We did so good. We did so good. So I decided to go ahead and save outside of Lance, because it's just RNG luck, right? The one thing that I did forget to do, and I just noticed it, is I forgot to use my rare candies. So this fight could go a little bit different, but it's fine. Here comes the Rhydon. And hit us with two scary faces, which is a little bit annoying. We're going to use a recover there. He's going to pop a potion, so we're going to use that opportunity to recover. There's his Gyarados down. And I'm going to do this. We're going to do this at level 90, and we're not going to go any higher than that. The accuracy drop from Sand Attack is annoying. That was a Feather Dance. There's no way we'll win that battle. Again, the reason I decided to save is because Bruno was pure RNG. I would sometimes one-shot the Machamp. It would take me 3 kills to kill it when I finally made it through it again. I battled him about 7 more times, and we're just not going that route. That was another Feather Dance. I cannot get hit with Feather Dance. That's good. I like a one-shot. I guess we could have gotten hit by Feather Dance and just used Nightshade. I was not paying attention. So that's a Feather Dance drop. Nightshade the rest. Right? We're gonna do this with the Nightshade. Oh my gosh. Oh, Hyper Fang. Yeah, let's get the potions out of the way now. Okay, we're all the way back to Rhydon. We're gonna hit him with a Poison Powder. Because it didn't matter. That's why. Little Nightshade action. Gyarados is down. Arcanine does pack a punch. Let's go ahead and recover. Use his heal turn as a turn for us. We can stall you out. I'm pretty sure he only had 5 full restores. Let's see. That was so... Oh, that was so cheaty. That was too gross that Venusaur used. Done. Done, done, done. Picasso, level 90. Beat the Elite Four, one of the weakest Pokemon in the game. A gimmick mon introduced in Generation 2 beat the Elite Four champion. Alright. This is so good. We're gonna screenshot this. Picasso! That's what I'm talking about, man. Look at you. You're so grown up. Oh, I don't care about that. So yeah. There it is. The Elite Four beat. That time is a little off. We did not spend 51 hours on this run. We did spend a significant amount of time, though. I think I got about 35 hours in this run total between the grinding and stuff. Smeargle is not a bad Pokemon if you know how to use it. Unfortunately, the move pool is not very deep in FireRed, but the game is very easy, obviously. I beat it with a Magikarp and a Smeargle. So, anyway, this is where we're going to end things. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there's any other mons that you would like to see me run through, let me know in the comments section below. I'm going to do these on and off. This isn't like a thing we're going to do. I just thought this would be a really fun run, and it was. Honestly. Magikarp wasn't bad, it was just... it got bad. I was just, spent so much time in that run. I have half the time in this run, so... Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know by leaving a like, comment, subscribe. Check the description down below. Links to the second channel and Patreon can be found there, as well as all the ways to follow me, Twitter, Twitch, Discord. It's all in the link below. Go check it out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.